Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com, YouTube.com on the WrestleZone and CSR Wrestling channel. Eisenberg, LeBar. Summer is continuing, and the summer just got real exciting.
Come on.
For this guy.
Give me it.
After asking for it.
Years.
Waiting for it.
Years.
Praying for
Years.
it. Begging for
4 years.
It's happening.
It's happening?
It's happening.
Happening. I don't know what happening is because it's Colin Kaepernick isn't anything anymore.
It's happening.
Randy Orton was announced to take on Brock. Do it for me.
Brock Lesnar.
He's not bad at SummerSlam, and my instant reaction when they announced that they were going to announce somebody as Brock Lesnar's opponent, not having an in-ring segment or anything like that, my first reaction was it has to be somebody that's not on the active roster. Not on the active roster, meaning he's been out for a while or being injured. And a lot of people think maybe Kevin Owens would have been that guy if they would have went that route. The younger guys, we had a Baron Corbin guy on Twitter. That was pretty funny. But Randy Orton makes the most sense, and I'll tell you why. Randy Orton is John Cena, but better in the ring. He's had the success of John Cena. He's had the main events at WrestleMania as John Cena. He is the perfect combination of the strength of John Cena, the timing of Triple H, and the agility of a CM Punk Seth Rollins. And what better way than a 6'5", 250-pound guy who looks like he could fight take on a guy who can actually fight?
Randy Orton looks the part. It's a fresh matchup for Brock Lesnar in this era of Suplex City. Obviously, the two of them both came out of the same OVW class, worked back in the day when they were both young pups. There is so much that's going to work in WWE's favor with their tremendous video production storytelling abilities. Randy Orton, who, as we said, looks like he could step in the octagon himself. Randy Orton, who has a height advantage on Brock Lesnar. The video packages they could show here, from them, of course, OVW all the way to now, they can highlight Randy Orton's cerebralness, the legend-killing days. Let's not forget, this is a shoot. Daniel Bryan attributed, not maliciously to Randy Orton, but did attribute that the start of the downfall of his health and his career that led to his retirement was that match on Raw with Randy Orton a couple summers ago where they actually had to stop it and just called a count out.
Yeah.
So they could have Daniel Bryan speaking in one of those interviews saying, Randy Orton is vicious. He is going to bring it all to Brock. And you can have a Triple H speaking about both men. There is just this needs to be treated like a UFC fight in the build to it.
And you said the same thing that I think a lot of people have been saying. Randy Orton may have gotten stale over the years, but his in-ring ability has never gotten so. Yeah, he might have gone through the motions, but show me a match with Dolph Ziggler or show me a match with John Cena or Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose that isn't similar to the next match the next week. They have their emotions. They have their sets. But a match with Brock Lesnar brings out the aggression that Randy Orton has not been able to produce over the past couple of years, whether it's because he's been infused with younger guys like Daniel Bryan going into WrestleMania 30 or Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. Keep in mind, Randy Orton is a 12-time world champion. The guy peaked so early and so young in his career that he really had nowhere else to go besides being above average to great. And I've always been a Randy Orton fan, and I think this is an opportunity for him to recreate himself. Let me ask you this. Does it need to be clear-cut heel face, or do you just go in with both guys learning and knowing how to fight and throwing them in the ring?
No, I don't think this needs to be a clear-cut heel face, and that's not normally my style to be okay and be so enthused by it, but in this case I am. I think you have Randy Orton, show him in the tap-out gear, show him getting ready, show him recovering from shoulder surgery. Brock Lesnar, obviously, UFC 200, you're going to have plenty of footage to show of him. Yep. Just let this be you must see these two fighters, these two physical sports entertainment specimens colliding.
And I will say this, the way you book Randy Orton's return, the live SmackDown on Tuesday, the draft, Brock Lesnar gets drafted, he comes out for a promo in RKO out of nowhere. You need to establish Randy Orton getting the upper hand upon his return. Save a couple of weeks. I don't want to see Randy Orton more than 3 times on television from July to the end of August.
He better not be wrestling a bunch of pointless matches on Raw.
Exactly. There's no reason for him to treat him like a main event guy. Treat him like Brock Lesnar. Treat him like John Cena.
Preserve seeing him in ring condition.
Nobody wants to see him against a member of the social outcast. Like, you need to protect Randy Orton's character in the ring. And since it's been so long since we've seen him wrestle, make sure don't put him in any matches. His first match back should be against Brock Lesnar.
Let's find out what our resident independent professional wrestler, Renell Hunt, thinks. Rev, preach to us. Orton versus Lesnar. What do you got?
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Let's just jump right into this. This is a great matchup. We're going to have Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. Let's look at a little bit of history of this. Brock Lesnar won the WWE Undisputed Championship at the age of about 25 years old. Meanwhile, Randy Orton was one of the youngest, not with the Undisputed, but with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, winning it at 24. That's where you see the matchup right there. Not only that, but Brock Lesnar is a world-class athlete. He has done the NCAA. He has done UFC, even the WWE. Meanwhile, Orton has been honing his craft. Right now, we're not talking about UFC. We're not talking about the Vikings. We're not talking about anything else but WWE. You're stepping into the ring with Randy Orton. The guy has been known to kill legends. The legend killer. The king of RKOs that has been doing nothing but strictly WWE and honing his craft. So honestly, if you ask the Rev right now, Randy Orton is the best opportunity against Brock Lesnar coming back. Put them back together. The Rev is spoken.